Hello, and I'm gonna show another game. I was actually doing live for Pet Simulator X, and I normally make YouTube videos and live for Pet Simulator X, but as the game is down and 800,000 players is waiting for something to happen in the game, I wanted to just go live again. And I'm gonna show you a game that I'm using to relax. I've been playing this game for 9 days now, so I don't have too many days in it. But anyhow, I think I have found out a little bit how to play this game, and yeah, it's fun and relaxing. There's some sound in this game that is like when you're in a bubble bath and you hear those bubble popping and so on. I get you're gonna understand the sound afterwards. Well. I don't know if how new you guys are in this game, but anyhow, let's basically go through the basic. In this game, you have, of course, a central area here where you can buy different stuff that we're gonna show shortly. And every player, there can be maximum 8 players on one game server, and each one has their own plot. And the point with the plot is that you're gonna plant trees in these dark squares here, and you're gonna collect seeds from these trees, and then you go sell the seeds to this driver that is up here, stand sells on, and you buy new seeds and you plant new trees. And when you get enough money, you expand your plot, and you can expand the plot several times until you get to the end of the plot. And when you get to the end of the plot, you have a green chest here that's going to give you these green coins. That is rebirth coins. And they give you 10 rebirth coins for every time you rebirth. And then after that, it's going to come a sign up here where you can actually pay the last fee to rebirth and so on. And what I want to show you is how to do rebirth really quickly and efficiently, and so that you also can start really well up the next time. I also want to show you all of the things that you can buy for rebirth. I don't have everything yet myself, but I have at least some of it. Okay, so let's go through the game mechanics and what you can buy and so on. You see I have a small robot here. This game has some bugs and the robot is quite buggy, so I'm gonna also try to explain how to work with the robot. There is 3 different robots that you can get, and all of them you can only buy after you have rebirth. So you start without the robot. It also has something about pets, but that is yet to be coming. And the robot is also not finished developed. So it's a game that they are gonna work on further on. I really love there's some YouTubers that has made this game here. I really love them. They are some of my, I would say, favorite YouTubers. They're called Terabyte Gaming, and yeah, they're really entertainment and so on. So let's see here. This is the game here, and then I will show what you can buy. You have of course this guy here that you sell your seeds to. You just go within the green circle and it auto sells for you. And you see on the right side here you have how many seeds you can have on you. You start with 10 seeds and you buy different bags of different sizes and so on. And this is the coin that you have, and this is rebirth coins that you have. You can also press to sell, and then I will transport closely to one that is selling. And I also use this because you see there's a huge area around here. There is 3 different chests with free coins. You see one up there. So if you go to the chest, you can get free coin, and after I've done that, I just press to sell, and then you teleport back to here. This boss here we're gonna take up afterwards. This boss is the rebirth boss, so you can take it after you have rebirthed the first time. So okay, let's see, this is the first shop. As you see, I have a lot of coins now, so I can buy different seeds. And normally you will start with this first seed here that costs 5, and you have it for free, as you see here. So that's free. I also have purchased something called a money tree. that has helped me in the start of the game a little bit, and that basically cost 349 Robux. I tried to buy the VIP area. The VIP area is not that very efficient. I think in the start it will be efficient as you come to a place where it's just basically spawning coins, and you can go in now and then and get coins here. For me now it's not worth it, so I don't think the whip is worth it to use that. But buy that if you have Robux, that money tree is okay to buy and so on. I don't need to have anything else in this game. That's the only one I need, and you can easily make it without it. So this is the seed. I will show you basically all the trees as I have possibility to buy them. And as you see, the tree has a time to grow. There's kind of two stages of grow. There's one seed grow and then fully grown. And then it has a drop time between every seed it drop and the value for the seed it drops. Okay? And you see it increases for every tree that you buy, and it's one thing for sure. We can go into some of the other plots here with other players to show some of these trees, but some of them are really funny, like pizza tree and marshmallow tree, and they have been using a lot of humor in this game, and that's also how those two YouTubers are. They're quite funny, and all the voices is from those two YouTubers as well. So it's quite fine. So I'm going through all of these trees. If you want to later on check out the trees, you can see this YouTube in replay and pause on each of them. Then you have possibility to see what the cost and value for each of these different trees that you can have. And when I go to the last one here, I'm just gonna buy many of this one here. This is the one I'm using at the currently. So what I'm gonna use, I'm not gonna show the beginner gameplay. I'm gonna explain the beginner gameplay. I'm gonna look at some different plots, and I can tell which plot is smart and which one is not that very smart, and so on. And then in afterwards, I'm gonna show how I do. You see, like here we have one player. This is what you normally see, and it's very nicely made slot and so on. But you see, it is by a lot of the same tree. And if you do that, you will use a long time playing this game. My recommendation is use the first tree, then you select coins on that tree until you can buy the next level tree. Then you plant that one, and then you select seeds and select coins again, and buy the next level tree. So always buy the next level tree. Wait for that. The reason for that is the seeds that drops is giving you way more value, and you will play the game much faster. In the beginning, you will actually not need to open any other slots. You can only use the first slots, where there are the first area had 24 spots on it. And if you do it in the way that I'm telling you to do, or at least that was the way I did it, you can buy one of each tree always. And then when you get up to a certain value, then you start to open up and buy all the slots to the end, and you can rebirth. So basically, it's not more difficult than that for that. Okay. So let's go into the next shop that we have. We have the seed shop, and then we have the bag shop, and we have different bags that we can buy here with different values. I normally just buy up to the one that has 800. I have had the biggest one, but I don't see any more point to have more than 800. I don't think you either need to buy this unless you just want to have it for fun. But the 800 is more than enough, and I'm gonna show you why afterwards. Then you have the third shop, which is the tool shop. And what you see here is the different tools that you can have, and they become more and more efficient. And some of them is like area, right? Keeping a whole area. You also have the yeet tool that's make a really nice yeet zone. The buy tool here is not point to buy. And then you come to more, and you have like a big cannon you can run around. It's really funny. And you have a cannon that is so big that you can't even hold it. and you have the dynamite, which I really like. This one, you can understand when I show you how this is working. This is planting a lot of tree at the same time, and it's quick as well. So I have bought the best one of this. So as you see here now, I have a bag that can have 800 in spots. I have this tool here is the best one. You have of course this laser beam, that's kind of funny tool that you can get early on. I will show you where you can get that. And also, as you see, you have all the other seeds that I had to buy in here, but I only gonna use these best trees for the guide to how to rebirth fast. Okay. There is also 3 different leaderboards in this game. You have the one in far back behind there, which is the all-time leaderboard. This game was made in 2019, so there are some players that is really high up there. And one of the players that is on the top list is KG Sealand. I met him in game here. Really nice guy, and he also showed me something that I'm definitely using when I'm playing. So some of what I'm showing is something that he learned me, and as you see, he is way below. He has done like 1045 rebirth, so that's kind of crazy. I'm on 55 at the moment after playing for 9 days. And then also I like to play this a little bit after Pet Simulator X. That is my main game in Roblox at the moment. Okay, let's go up and visit the rebirth area. And this is this stand here, the tree birth height. And it's not called rebirth in this game, it's called tree birth for some reason. But that's maybe for fun of it. So that's gonna come a flying bus here. It's yeah, hopefully it's coming, please. You wanna get me, boss? It's coming, it's coming. Yep. It's my friend driving this bus here. You can see I'm sitting quite comfortable with a dynamite in my hand. Maybe not the best thing to bring on a bus, but anyhow, that's what I bring on the bus. I'm doing things like this. Let's see, it's gonna time down here and then it's gonna fly us up.
The wise tree just said a pun that made me
and it's quite fast. And here is the rebirth area. So as you see, they are still working with the game, as I know of. I think here is if they come with pets in the game. I really hope they will. I don't know, but that's gonna come here. The first here is called a mystery. This is the area where you can buy this gun. Remember, I showed that you can have a gun that you can shoot on your lawn, and you can make the grass ready, and then you can plant trees with this one as well. You can take two spots at the same time, and it's better. And this costs only 10, so you need only one rebirth to get this one. So this is the first one I would recommend to take when you have rebirth, and you don't need to buy anything. Of course, they are selling one for 5,000 Roblox, but I don't see the point with it. Okay, then you have the next stand over here, which is the one I would prioritize as number 2 to get. The robot I will not recommend before later on. And this is vacuum. This makes so that you have a bigger area that you suck seeds in from. So one has 5 in radius, and the second one has 10 in radius. So this one cost 10, and I think this one cost 100 to buy. And 100, you get 10 for each. So 100 is 10 rebirths, and so on. And then you have this one, that is the robots. This is the smallest robot. It has a vacuum area on 5, same as the first one of the vacuum thing. It can collect 50 seeds. And this is something with the speed. So this is quite. I think it's the it uses. I'm not sure. It's something wrong with these numbers, because you see this is 20, and this is 5, and the one with 5 is the fastest one. So it has to be a whole long time it uses for a certain length. and so on. This one, I don't remember the cost of it, but it's not very, it's like 20 or something. This one is 250, and the one I don't have yet is 500. The robots is quite buggy in the game, so when you only own this one, you have to go in and out of the game with the bugs and stuff like that. I haven't completely understand it, but when you have afford to buy this one as well, when this one is bugging, you can just go up here and you can press equip on this, go out, and you can go here and press equip on this and go out and check, and you see that you have equipped it back. Then that robot has restarted and is working well. So basically what this area is, I don't know. It maybe comes sometimes, but I don't know what it is. To get down here you can wait for the bus, or I use the 2 cell button, and then I come right down in front of my own lawn for that. And there is no question so far, so I will continue then. And you see the most players is buying a lot of the same tree and making really big lawns. It's not the most efficient way to do it. I see someone here is buying a lot of different trees. That's a better way to do it. And as you can see here, it's quite special trees. You have one with pizzas, you have one with dynamites, and you have a candy tree, and you have, yeah. It's kind of the trees is really funny in this game, and that's, I like that. Okay, should we go to how I do rebirth very quickly? I will find my area, and there, to find your area, there is like a big sign saying this is your area. There, your plot. So that's my plot. Okay. With the technique that I'm using now, I'm using gonna use this dynamite thing. Then it's important to count how many squares is here and how many seeds you have, because if there are more squares here than seeds I have of the tree I want to plant, it's also gonna plant all of these other trees, and you're gonna lose time. So you want to have the seed you want to have for that. One thing I could be showing is that which seed should you start with. I will come with some recommendation of seeds. In the beginning you have these small ones, but there you have a seeds called it costs 35,000. Try to get up to this seed and use this one. So plant every one of everything until you get to this one, and then you stop, and then you just plant many of this tree, and then you get the intact income you need. Then you can use this tree to rebirth many times. It's more than good enough. It's really quick growing time. It takes some time before it drops, but it drops a really valuable seed. And I'm gonna there is a reason why you want to have a tree with a seed that it has a high value, and I'm gonna try to explain that. It's something with a robot and so on. The next tree that is good for this is, let me see, it's this one. So you have the 35k tree, and the next one is the 130k tree. And when you have done the 130k tree, then I would recommend you have rebirth many times and you have the robot and so on. Then you just take the time, grow one by one. This is gonna take a little bit of time. And we grow every one up one for one until you get to the last one, which is this one. And when you have this, then you grow just more and more of them and take down all of the other ones, and you only keep this tree that is the laser tree. So this is a later game, right? First you try to get to this one, the sugar maple tree, then you try to get to the circle fruits tree, and then later on you try to go to the laser tree, and so on. Okay, I'm gonna show now how we can quickly do this whole area and rebirths and so on. So I'm gonna see here, there's 24 slots here, so I know with 110 I will manage to do 4 rows like this. So I'm gonna expand here quickly, but I'm gonna wait. Okay, the robot is going this way. I will not expand if the robot go the other way, because that's gonna give a bug in the game. So I expand 1, 2, and 3. Now I have enough for the 110 seeds, and this is the fun. Let's try the dynamite. Normally in this game, you're gonna use a long time one here, but let's try see what this happen. The sound didn't come. Normally, let's stand closer to it. Okay, I'm gonna stand next to it and then press. So now you see it prepared all of these, almost every one that we had actually. And now we're gonna try to plant. You will see I'm gonna get blown backwards. Oh, I didn't. I'm a superhuman. Superhuman. You know. And you see it plants a lot of these 3 at the same time. Almost all slots. I double checked I have enough seeds so I don't do a mistake, because I have done that and it takes a lot of time if you plant wrong trees. Because you have to wait them to fully grown and so on. And then we're gonna take the other ones here. And we're gonna plant them. And we are finished with all of these. And you see I have 14 seeds left. So if I took one more now, I would be planting 10 trees that I didn't want to plant. So that's not that fun. Okay. So we're gonna also see, we're gonna check if the robot is working when the seeds is starting to fall. And when the seeds starting to fall, I'm gonna collect some of them and I'm gonna sell some of them. And we're gonna see here. And first I'm just gonna start collecting a little bit. And then we go over and check if the robot is getting what it needs. I try to avoid to collect where the robot is going. The reason for this, I want the robot now to collect fully. This one, you see it is collecting. This can collect 250 seeds. I want now to let it collect 250 of this seed, because after I press rebirth, the robot keeps the seeds. So after rebirth, it keeps these seeds, and this is the best seeds in the game. And this is the same that also gonna happen when you use those other trees that I recommended. That's easier to come to. But that is more than good enough to do a lot of different rebirth rounds. Then you can start by selling those 250 seeds, and you have a really good head start. And you don't need to have that slow start in the beginning of a rebirth, like you normally will be. So and then I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna buy some more seeds. The robot is doing its work. If it didn't work now, I had to go up and reset it as I showed, and so on. So basically I'm now gonna buy a lot of trees, and then we can buy one more. We have 51. That's enough to 2 more areas. And I'm gonna collect not where it is going. And it is now, as you see, the robot is going the same way towards the area. If I now open this slot when it's going this way, when it comes here, it's gonna try, it actually thinks the programming is gonna turn here. So it's gonna slide to the next one and then turn, and that's gonna take a lot of time. So I don't want to introduce that bug, so I'm just gonna wait until it turns the other way. And when games is a little bit buggy, you just have to play along with the game and try to play it in the way so that it works as good as possible. It's almost there now. And I'm gonna go up, and it started to go the other way now very soon. It's coming up, and it's soon gonna turn around. Come on! Maybe I should give this some, I don't know, ginseng or something to speed it up. And we're gonna have 2 more slots, and we're gonna explode, and we're gonna actually manage to plant the whole area with just 1 below. So this is a really overpowered tool. It's really strong. And then I'm gonna go over here, select some more seeds. We're gonna sell those seeds, And as you see, we are almost at full area now. I'm selling, and then I'm gonna buy more seeds from this good tree.
Can you help me solve this math problem for school? I'm stoked.
Okay. I was trying to buy a little bit too many. And we're gonna go down here. The robot is there, so I can collect all of these. This sound, when I hear the bubbles, is the same when you're bathing. It's kind of interesting sound. And which way the robot is now going? The other way, I guess. And then we don't want to... Yeah. I don't want to expand the area then. So I'm just gonna collect more seeds. I'm gonna see how many. It's 1 or 2 more slots, and we have enough for that. And how many seeds do we have in the robot? That is at least good to check. It needs to go a little bit downwards again. So I'm just gonna collect seeds, and I'm gonna sell this. And that's gonna help on the scoreboard. I think it's really fun to try to get on the top board and see how high you can get on the top board. At least it's giving you a kind of goal in the game to try to achieve. And we're gonna sell, and we're gonna go in here.
Thanks for logging in.
And we're gonna...
Don't forget to log out.
Yeah, we don't need to buy that more. We have enough trees. We also need coins for the end of it to respawn. So I'm gonna select some more seeds for that. Gonna hear, I just love this sound here. You can actually, if you don't want to have a tree anymore, you press on it once and you press one time. If you're on a cell phone, you just hold your finger a long time on the tree and it gets sold. Then there will come a chopper and get the tree and move it away. Let's see here, I'm just gonna sell a little bit more.
Hey, Smarty Plants. Can you help me
We're gonna
solve
see
this
where the
math
robot
problem
is now.
for school? I'm stoked.
Robot is on the way down again. So that's good. That means that we can expand now. And you don't need to press from the backside, but I'm just doing because it's so with the trees. And now you see the green chest here. You just walk on it and you get 10 Rebirth coins. And this one, I don't press on this sign before I know I have enough coin. I have enough coin now, but I press it when I'm gonna rebirth. If you press in and go out of it, it disappears and you have to relog the server. And sometimes if you log on and the game is really buggy, you see the coin is not updated and so on, it's not the game that's the problem, it's actually the server. So then just go out and select another server to play on. That's also something you can see in this game. Now I just... While I'm waiting for the robot, I'm just getting some more seeds for myself. Listening to this nice noise. Or sound. It's more better to say. And you also hear the tapping in the grass. It's really nice. It's relaxing. And you see on the bag now, I'm not even close to 800. So you don't need any bigger bag than that. Actually. And now we just have to wait for this robot to fill up. we're gonna see it is almost full, so that's good. So when it comes up now, next round, it hopefully gonna have 250. And when the robot is at 250, we're gonna do the rebirth. And then I'm gonna show my routine after the rebirth, how you can easily go to the next rebirth and try to get on that leaderboard. And this game has a hourly leaderboard. That means the best players that has been playing the last 24 hours. And they have a weekly that will say the best players that has played the last week. And they have an all-time leaderboard that is the best player all time. So that's okay to have as well. It's so nice, this sound. It's really, really good. You can see other players, you see them on the side here. You have a friend of me that is also playing the game. Moonstone also has her own YouTube. It's called Moonstone Roblox. So that's also a recommended place to go if you want to view some good. She's making for Pet Simulator X. It's the game she is making for. Let's see how many seeds we are on now. And we are on 233, so it's just some few more. I'm not gonna need to sell anymore or something like that now. I'm just gonna wait for that to... When it's filled up, you will see it easily. It comes up with collect, and after it's maximum collect, especially you're going to see this on the first robot because that's collect less. Then you can press and collect, and after that you can collect any numbers. For some reason you have to wait until it's maximum before you can start to collect from it. Now it's gonna be 250 any minutes or second. There we have it. It's full. And we can do the rebirth. And you see here, it starts with 10k and it increases with 10k for every time you rebirth. So we're gonna do the tree birth, as they call it, but I normally call it a rebirth. And then they are coming actually with a shopper, stealing the whole lawn. That's quite logical, but that's everything in the game is like this. More the fun side of thing. Fun side of life. So you see here, and now we have done the rebirth. And when I have done the rebirth now, okay, I normally start with the tree that you always start with, and also this money tree. I also start with a shovel that you always start with, but also the laser because we have bought that from rebirth. But the first thing we're gonna do now is that we have collected with us seeds from this robot. We're gonna collect the first 10. We're gonna go up and sell those 10, and that, since this is really good, the seeds is really valuable, and they're also gonna times with this, and if you are in a group it's gonna time with this as well. So you see this gave us almost 41 million. I then gonna go straight to the bag store. I'm gonna buy myself up to the bag that has 800. And you have 800. I don't mind the other bags. Of course we can buy that afterwards, just for fun. But now for now I don't need that, because then I'm gonna waste money, and I want to use the most money on buying seeds. And with this technique, for every time you rebirth, you will afford more seeds for every time. And there we have the dynamite weapon. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna go back to my lawn, and I'm gonna go to the robot again. That's my plot, or your plot. We're gonna go down here, and I'm gonna collect the rest of the 240 seeds, and I'm gonna sell these seeds there's 2 of these sellers in the game. And then I got like 1 billion. And then we're gonna go in here. And you have to buy all the trees again, and you have to do this every time. So it will be nice to have a button called Biomax here, but there is no one currently in the game. Maybe it will come in the future. Maybe the developer is seeing this video and hopefully will put in a Biomax button here. That should do so that you buy it onto the last tree and use the rest of the coin on that last tree. Or you can mark all of the ones to buy or something like that. Because you see, if you press on these, it's just said locked and you can't do anything with it. So you have to buy every single apple trees here, and they are gonna be in your inventory. So when you plant again, it's very important that you count how many slots you have you're planting on, and towards how many seeds you have when you use this dynamite tool. Or you can do a mistake. That costs a little bit of time. Okay, come quite close here now. We have 110. And then we are back to the same routine that we had. It's going that way, so no, at the moment, no. Before this robot, if I plant everything now, it's not gonna collect any seeds. I just know it. That's happened over for me. It goes back and forth, but it's not gonna collect anything. So right now I don't care, because I'm gonna go up and reset afterwards. So I'm gonna expand my slot towards how many seeds I have. I'm gonna blow. And I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna plant. Okay. And I like to wait for the sequence. Then I'm gonna do the blow again. And one more time to plant. And I think there is maybe some few. No, I think we managed to plant everyone. So now it will anyhow take some time for the seeds to come up. So the robot is not working. So I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna reset the robot as we was talking about. And when I'm coming down again, the seeds has already started to be in there. I have to jump a little bit to get into the bus, and we're gonna be flied up again. So I hope that you enjoy this little bit guide of this game. It's a tree planting simulator made by Teamtrees of some YouTubers that is called Terabyte Gamers or Terabyte Games. You can search for them on YouTube. They have a lot of great content and so on. So we're up here now. We are going to go into robot. I'm gonna select the small one and press equip. I'm gonna go out, go in, press the other one, press equip and go out. And I'm just gonna go in to check that I have that back on. And I'm gonna use 2 cell to get down. Okay, so basically now you see here we have a lot of seats, and the robot will start to collect again from the left spot here. So I'm gonna go from here and collect all of these seeds to buy more seeds to plant more trees. For this, and this is basically how you can do it to go through all of this. So it's just a repeat now, as I have done already. There's no point of showing that one more time. So thank you for following, and thank you for seeing the video maybe afterwards. I have done the live stream. This is number 1 game that I had, Viper Toffee, and I hope to see you again. Please like and subscribe if you like this, and else you normally will see me making YouTube videos for a great game called Pet Simulator X, and it has a new update that went really bad this day. Roblox didn't manage to handle the amount of players that wanted to play it, so it went down just as the last update as well. This is one of the most played games in top. It's actually on the top 10. So, but anyhow, thank you for following this guide for Tree Planting Simulator, and I'll see you. Bye bye.